Classroom behaviors, which misbehaviors, can be if a student is talking during instruction, which interrupts the flow of teaching and distracts their fellow peers. If a student is off task with their behavior, students may draw on a piece of paper, they can stare off into space, or engage in unrelated activities. If they're talking out of order without raising their hand, which disrupts the classroom and order and discourages from turn taking. Refusing to follow direction can stem from defiance, confusion, or unmet needs. Disrupting others includes poking, teasing, or distracting peers during work time. Leaving seat without permission can also be due to restlessness. In response for redirection, talking during instruction, you can pause and wait for silence, reinforce expectations with reminders. Off-task behavior, you can redirect with a question like, what should we be working on right now? You can use visual schedules that can be seen or a timer that can help students stay focused. Talking out of order without raising her hand, you can ignore the interruption and praise the student who raised their hand. By reminding your class, we raise our hands to share information and ask questions. You can also tell the student, thank you so much for raising your hand. Refusing to follow directions, you need to stay calm and offer a choice. Telling the student, you can start now, or you can take a minute and then start. You can restate the direction clearly. Disrupting others, reinforce positive behavior. For example, I like how you're working so quietly. Quietly speak in a conversation to redirect the student. Leaving your seat without permission, offer times for movement. Also, offer flexibility seating. We need to remind each student that if they stay seated, that they need to stay seated unless given permission. The redirection modified to support students with mild to moderate disabilities. So if they're talking during instruction time, we need to use visual aids such as quiet cards or offer positive reinforcements. For example, like marbles in a jar. Every teacher has different stuff that they use. Maybe it's tally marks or a token system. If they're off task with their behavior, we need to break their tasks into smaller tasks using a visual schedule or checklist to help students focus. If they're calling out without raising their hand, we need to practice raising our hand when it comes to prompts. We can use a talking stick to take turns talking. Refusing to follow directions, we need to provide clear directions using a calm corner to reduce being overwhelmed that might hinder the lack of following directions. If our students are disrupting others, we need to teach our students the social skills through modeling how to act and not disrupt other students. We need to gently redirect our students with cues, letting them know that their actions are not appropriate. Leaving their seat without permission, we need to offer flexibility seating or give them a chance to move while still participating academically, which this provides breaks where our students can move. Self-assessment and self-determination. These modifications not only support access, but also foster self-assessment and self-determination by helping our students recognize their own needs, and it gives them a chance to reflect on their behavior as well as set personal goals. How self-direction fosters self-assessment and self-determination. It does this by talking during instruction. When students learn that they are interrupting and they learn the effect that it has on others, it gives the students a chance to practice self-control, and it makes them make better choices. If they're off task, asking students what they should be doing gives our students a chance to take ownership of their environment. Calling out without raising their hand. It tells our students are given a chance to see how their actions impact others, which gives them a chance to choose respectful ways to engage. Refusing to follow directions, which is having our students reflect on their behavior and encourages them to solve problems and how and why they need to follow directions. If they're disrupting others, having a conversation with our students, which is helping them understand boundaries, which helps students set goals for a positive outlook. If they're leaving their seat without permission, we need to use breaks. Let's provide an opportunity for movement, which helps our students Students need to learn when they need movement when they need a movement break, they need to let the teacher know in an appropriate manner to help them stay calm.